Today, we're going to answer the question, is TikTok dangerous? But before we answer that question, let's take a look at why this question is in the news and the background behind TikTok and its security. In guidance issued on Monday, the White House directed all federal agencies to remove TikTok from all government devices within 30 days. But why? And how will the Chinese respond? The Chinese government has criticised the United States for banning TikTok. According to a spokesperson for China's foreign ministry, the ban reflects Washington's own insecurities and is an abuse of state power. The spokesperson, Mao Ning, also noted that China has long blocked a large number of foreign social media platforms and messaging apps, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. During a daily briefing on Tuesday, Mao Ning stated that the US government has been overstretching the concept of national security and abusing state power to suppress other countries and companies. He questioned why the world's top superpower would fear a popular app among young people to such an extent, indicating that the ban reflects the US's own vulnerabilities. The use of TikTok by 2/3 of American teenagers has raised concerns in Washington about the potential for China to access private user data or push misinformation and narratives favouring China. As a result, Congress and over half of the US states have banned TikTok from government-issued mobile devices. Some have even extended the ban to any app or website owned by ByteDance, the owners of TikTok. The tensions between Washington and Beijing are multifaceted and include issues relating to trade, technology, national security, Taiwan, as well as the recent discovery of suspected Chinese spy balloon over the US and its subsequent shooting down. So it's no real surprise that if the White House have had concerns about TikTok for some time, they are now taking this action to ban it on government-issued mobile devices. On Monday, Canada announced that it was also following the US in banning TikTok from all government-issued mobile devices. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau expressed concerns about the security of the data and suggested that many Canadians may re-evaluate their use of the app in light of the government's decision. Meanwhile, the European Union's executive branch has temporarily banned TikTok from all phones used by employees as a cybersecurity measure. TikTok has pushed back against these bans, stating that it has not been given an opportunity to answer questions and that governments are cutting themselves off from platform loved by millions. So what's all the fuss about? Isn't TikTok just a social media app for teens? Let's deep dive. Let's take a look at why the US government and other Western governments are worried about TikTok. First, there's data privacy. TikTok collects vast amounts of data on its users, including their location, contacts, browsing history, and device information. But then you could argue so does Facebook. But one of the key differences is that the data is stored on servers in China, raising concerns about whether the Chinese government could access that data. According to Business Insider, TikTok is tracking how long you hover over certain videos and knows when you watch a video twice, even if you don't directly interact with the content being shown. In June 2021, TechCrunch reported that TikTok had recently changed its US privacy policy so that it may collect biometric identifiers and biometric information from its users' content. That's fingerprints, face, retina, and even your voice prints. Yes, TikTok is listening to you. When TechCrunch reached out to TikTok for comment, a spokesman could not offer any more details on the company's plans for biometric data collection or how it may tie into either current or future projects. The next major concern is content moderation. TikTok has faced criticism for its content moderation policies, which some believe are not strict enough. This has led to concerns about the spread of misinformation, hate speech, and other harmful content on the platform. During the COVID-19 lockdown, NYU's School of Global Public Health reported that many Americans found themselves spending an increased amount of time on social media, seeking distraction from the uncertainty of the outside world. Unfortunately, amidst the popular dance trends and funny cat videos, a great deal of misinformation about COVID-19 was being circulated on TikTok. This included unverified opinions from individuals who lacked expertise, as well as alarmist coverage from some news outlets about the virus. Chinese government influence. Because TikTok is owned by a Chinese company, ByteDance, there are concerns that the Chinese government could use the platform to spread propaganda or manipulate public opinion in other countries. ByteDance is a privately owned technology company. While the Chinese government does regulate and monitor the activities of private companies operating within its borders, there is no evidence to suggest that ByteDance is directly controlled by the Chinese government. However, it is worth noting that, like all companies operating in China, ByteDance is subject to Chinese laws and regulations, and may be required to comply with government requests for user data or censorship. Additionally, the Chinese government has taken steps to increase its oversight of technology companies in recent years, which could potentially affect ByteDance and other Chinese tech firms. Cybersecurity. There have been reports of vulnerabilities in the TikTok app that could allow hackers to access user data or take control of user devices. Recently, Microsoft uncovered a serious vulnerability in the TikTok Android app that could have enabled cyber attackers to compromise users' accounts within a single click. This vulnerability could have allowed cyber attackers to take control of a user's account without their knowledge, if the user clicked on a specially coded hyperlink. Once in control, the attackers could have accessed and manipulated a user's TikTok profile and sensitive data, such as private videos, messages, and video uploads. Child safety is a concern on TikTok. TikTok has faced criticism for its handling of child safety issues, including the potential for grooming and exploitation of young users. It's worth noting that TikTok has taken steps to address some of these concerns, such as opening a transparency center in the United States to allow outside experts to review its data privacy practices. However, the platform continues to face scrutiny from lawmakers, regulators, and the public. TikTok's transparency centers hope to turn the tide of anti-TikTok sentiment in the US by inviting lawmakers, tech influencers, and the public into its inner sanctum of operation. Just as long as you book an appointment first. And yes, that wasn't a joke. TikTok's new open door policy involves pre-booked with TikTok representatives and leaving your mobile device or laptop at the door. Despite the new transparency centers, there are still unanswered questions about TikTok's algorithm, its internal policies on subjects such as child protection, and where its user data is stored. Until these issues are resolved, I think the Chinese tech giant is going to find it increasingly more difficult to operate in the West, and I believe that more and more countries will consider restricting or going as far as banning the app. TikTok's wholesale vacuuming up of vast amounts of user data with almost no oversight or legislation on how this data should be protected is a massive problem. A problem that is unlikely to just go away. If tensions between the US and China continue over the next few years, which some experts predict they will, then China having access to such an influential application that has 1 billion monthly users, and in January 2023 alone, TikTok was used by 22.2 million US users over the age of 18. During a conflict, this could be weaponized to great effect. Misinformation, as we found out during the pandemic, is a genuine problem. Just imagine what could happen if there was a military conflict between the US and China. How influential could TikTok become then?